jungle.
Mad Max is crying, impeach 45 days are dead as Trump knocks her out with brutal surprise. Mad Maxine Waters represents the cabal of deep state rats who have been planning the demise of President Donald Trump. Wacky Waters is their front person, leading their traitorous battle cry of impeach 45. Now, in a stunning turn of events, Trump just knocked Mad Max out cold with the help of a true secret agent patriot, making the congresswoman cry and her deep state rats run for their lives. When we talk about the deep state rats, we are talking about Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton loyalists, who work within the FBI, DOJ, CIA, and, of course, some are members of Congress. The most dangerous deep state rats have been those we could not identify, but luckily, over the last 12 months, there has been one guy on the inside who has just turned the tables on them all. It was no coincidence that Maxine Waters started calling for impeachment in February 2017, after Trump had been in office for only 21 days. President Trump hasn't even been in office a month, but Representative Maxine Waters already thinks it's fair to consider impeachment, reported Time magazine on February 6, 2017. Mad Max's big smoking gun against Trump? Well, of course, the whole fake Russia-Trump collusion narrative. Now, here's where it gets really crazy. Consider a conspiracy involving the highest levels of our intelligence community. I'm talking about former FBI Director James Comey, former head of the CIA John Brennan, and former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper. We know these were all Obama, Hillary loyalists, and shockingly, we know they all were involved in setting up Trump, lying under oath, and using the fake Russian dossier as the means to imply Trump was colluding with Putin. Maxine Waters was recruited to stir the pot, as early as Trump's inauguration, with her crazy Impeach 45 campaign. There is one man who didn't go along with their plan, and he's the true hero in all this, Admiral Mike Rogers, Director of National Security Administration. We only now know that it was Rogers who saved Trump, so this is very important information. It is also the classified information that Representative Devin Nunes saw, which caused him to literally run over to the White House, tell Trump, and hold a press conference on March 22, 2017. Nunes was stunned. He saw classified documents that confirmed these deep state rats were engaging in a conspiracy against the President of the United States. The conservative treehouse sums this complicated cabal's activities up, reporting, Obama's political operatives within the DOJ and SD were using FISA 700-217 surveillance about inquiries that would deliver email and phone communication for U.S. people, Trump campaign. The report goes on, the unit would work in coordination with the FBI counterintelligence unit, Peter Strzok, etc. We all have heard about these rats, starting with Strzok and his mistress, FBI attorney Lisa Page, working under Comey. Then, there's DOJ attorney Bruce Orr, who was working under Loretta Lynch, and his wife Nellie, who worked for Fusion GPS. Nellie Orr even had a ham radio that she used so the cabal could communicate without the NSA's detection, because the NSA's Mike Rogers was the only top-level official who was trying to stop this. Okay, so this FISA 702 is the name of the statute these rats used to obtain a FISA warrant and authorize the collection of data they were after with their wiretapping. The paperwork for it would list so-called evidence that they collected on the president, attempting to show why they should be approved to wiretap Trump. Rogers looked at this, and guess what they listed as evidence? Yep, the fake bogus Russian dossier. To stop the spying activity, NSA Director Mike Rogers initiated a full 702 compliance review. Before the review was complete, the DOJ and SD had enough information for their unlawful FISA warrant, which worked retroactively to make the prior FBI surveillance, began in July 16 per James Comey, lawful. Rogers stopped the process on October 26, 2016, explains the conservative treehouse. As a result of his not going along with the cabal's plan, Rogers became a risk, and Clapper demanded his termination. Now, here's where Rogers really puts his life and career on the line. 10 days after the election, on November 17, 2016, Admiral Rogers traveled to Trump Tower without telling the traitor DNI James Clapper. We know Rogers informed then-President-elect Trump of the bogus FISA warrants by the FBI and DOJ, including the probability that all of Trump Tower's email and phone communication were being collected. The transition team was set up in Trump Tower. The very next day, on November 18, 2016, Trump moved the entire transition team to Bedminster, New Jersey. At the time, no one knew why Trump moved so quickly, but now we all know. So, this is all known now by the House and Senate Intel committees, and it's also why the deep state rat's cheerleader, Mad Maxine Waters, is so desperate as she begs special counsel Robert Mueller to do something. A message to Mueller: stay strong and stand tall. Continue to investigate them all. You are indeed answering the people's call. The Kremlin clan is going to fall. Around you, the Democrats are building a wall. We look forward to the day, to prison they will all be hauled, Waters tweeted. Wacky Waters knows Mueller and his team are tainted and that the majority of Americans polled believe the entire investigation is dirty. Thanks to Admiral Mike Rogers, our president has knocked Mad Maxine out cold. Rogers would not look the other way, as he risked his career and even his life to thwart the deep state rats. We will continue to watch as they all come tumbling down. It's an extraordinary time. We are witnessing the death of the Washington, D.C. swamp cartel.